So if people could come in, if people could come in, we're not going to sit, except for these tables, until after all the presentations. And that's when you'll have dinner. So could people please either take your table, if your table 1, 2, or 3, otherwise please come in. Michael, Hardy, can you ask Al to come please? You got him. We got him.
Hi, everyone. Keep moving inside and around to the left, just so folks can make their way in.
Okay, could you find Reverend? Okay. Hello, can everybody please, one more time, could people please come in? Shh. Okay. We're having our keynote speaker is going to speak in 2 or 3 minutes because he has to catch a plane to speak in London. And I'm going to be introducing my dear friend. I first met Al in 1985. I was speaking at the Village Independent Democrats dinner, and I spoke a lot about gay rights and the AIDS crisis. And Al said, I want to meet with you. I want to get involved in the gay community. And we had lunch the next day, and we've been a fast couple ever since. Al has embraced the gay community. He's one of the first people to endorse same-sex marriage equality. And we've had some really good times. When Al ran for president, I took him out to the gay bars. And we were in one bar called Champs. And there's hundreds of men dancing with no shirts on. Many of them are on recreational drugs, but when they saw Al, they all thought they were on recreational drugs. Al was at the gay games to promote the gay games. And Al's had press conferences, even in my living room, to discuss the fact that we had to combat homophobia in the black community. So we all owe Al a great deal for what he's done for racial equality, economic equality, against racism, and fighting homophobia, and the great amount of work he did during the AIDS crisis. But I want to tell you something about Al that I've never told anybody. Al and I have spent several nights together. Al and I have slept together. And then we would wake up and the correction officer would say, "The judge will now see you." My friend, our friend, Reverend Al Sharpton. And here's your award.
Thank you very much, and thank you for this award. Let me say 2 things that are noteworthy about today. Today is the 50th anniversary of the assassination of Robert F. Kennedy. And a little over a month and a half ago, we paused and dealt around the country with the assassination of Dr. King 50 years ago. And many of us remember it was Robert Kennedy that stood in Indiana and talked the night that Dr. King was killed about we must keep the fight going, and not knowing that he would be killed on June the 4th of the same year. I thought that tonight, as I was headed here, when we hear the Supreme Court decision today, I have the same message that we must keep the fight going. It is a dark day when we see people use morality to try and cut the rights off of people. And I've said over and over again, as Mayor Dinkins, who's here, and others, that you cannot have civil rights for anyone unless you have it for everyone. One, two.
I don't know why that happened. Taylor.
Batteries. I can talk louder now. All right, I'll talk louder. Probably a Republican microphone, but anyway. I think that it is important tonight, though this was already planned in an annual event, that we commit ourselves to fighting, because this decision today is only a warning of worse to come if we don't stand together. You cannot be progressive for your silo. You must be progressive for everyone. And we've said, as I was saying, Mayor Dinkins and many of us have said in the black community, that civil rights cannot include homophobes, cannot include misogynists, and cannot include those that are against anyone. To legislate that and to have courts rule that is a threat to all of us, because they do not want any of us to have rights and any of us to go forward. So I would hope that with all that we do tonight and all of the fun we'll have, that we will remember that this is a fight, and they've declared war on all of our rights. And a signal of that was that Supreme Court decision today. It is something that must be resisted, denounced. We must fight it, and we must also put in people in office and higher office that will give us a court that understands what it means to talk about one nation under God with liberty and justice for all, and all means all. They may not have meant that when they wrote it, but we're going to make them mean that in our time. Allen Roscoff was a soldier and an ally and a leader when it was not popular to be in other communities. And I think that one of the reasons that he and I have been friends since '85 is that we've not only gone to jail together for gay rights, we've gone to jail together for blacks, for police brutality, and for many other issues. And we all must be inclusive, and we must be brave to stand up for it. So those that are being honored tonight have represented that, but Allen has lived that, and that is why all of us have been friends with Allen. And Allen is someone who doesn't mind getting in your face or going to jail or making sure something happens. And there are too few people like that that's still out here, but they're the ones that open the doors. And then those that are more accepted and polished walk through the doors. But don't ever forget, your resume didn't get you in the door. It was those that were maybe a little abrasive, maybe a little confrontational, that opened the doors for your resume. I often talk about a guy told me that he did not make it because of the civil rights marches and all of our demonstrating. He said, look at my resume, Reverend Al. I went to the right schools. I had the right pedigree. I knew the right people. And he handed me his resume, and I looked at it. I said, yes, it is very impressive. He said, well, civil rights didn't write that resume. I said, you're right, but civil rights made somebody read that resume. And you must be the vanguard that continues that, because the doors are cracked open but they're trying to slam them shut. And we must put our shoulders and our bodies there to make sure they never close that and that they never get away with going back to where it was. And clearly, that is the intention. But I come to say tonight that whether we are black or Latino, whether we're LGBTQ, whether we're Jewish, whatever we are, we will not be trumped just because we lost an election. Thank you. God bless you.
I love you, you know that.
We'll reconvene in a half hour. Drink. It's cocktail hour. Thank you.
Oh my God. You defied my borough presidency. You did. You did. You did. You look beautiful. I do. You look beautiful. They're adorable. They're like little guys. Just like the kids, like. So you want to go say hi to all these kids and see our friends.
Hoping to say hi for a second if you had.
Hi, how are you?
Everything good? So you know, Nib Campbell's brother has Tourette syndrome.
He has what?
Tourette syndrome.
Christian?
Is that her brother? The younger brother? Yeah.
Christian? No, Christian doesn't. We're best,
It was another brother.
maybe
She
another
mentioned.
brother.
All
Yeah.
right, because I remember
Because I would know if Christian had it. We're best friends.
his younger brother.
Okay.
Good to see you.